what society could do as a whole to make this world a better place is love. All love. Think love, act love. Without hate, and you just act with love, we'll all get together, we'll all come as one, and this society will be so much better. More love, less hate.
I think what a society can do for the whole to be together is unite. We love each other and respect each other. That's what I think we can do together.
So here we are in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles in 2016, the day after Donald J. Trump is elected as the President of the United States. And we reject Donald Trump being elected President. Why? Because we don't like a person of this magnitude, a person that has shown us disrespect to being a bully. We don't like bullies. We don't want a president that's going to be a bully. I'm Morris Griffin, better known as Big Money Griff. Over and out.
I would change the racism and the hatred fueled towards the whole, every minority right now. I would get rid of that. It's disgusting and we don't need it. We do not need Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. We do not need him. He's misogynistic. He's homophobic. He's xenophobic. He is disgusting. Fuck Donald Trump.
I would change the public finance campaigns in this country so that this can never happen again. We are done with the oligarchy. This country is supposed to be by the people, for the people. And last night, I'm afraid that that dream perished from this earth. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
I'd want to change the hatred and the judgment. I think people just need to come together and accept everybody. And I think, like, America just needs to learn to be diverse like we once were. Don't normalize his presidency! Don't normalize his presidency! Don't normalize his presidency! Don't normalize his presidency! Don't normalize him!
All right. Well, the one thing I probably want to change in the world most is abolish the Electoral College. It screwed us over this election. Abolish it completely. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep on protesting. We reject the president-elect. Woo! Woo!
Legislate love. Don't let fear take over everything.
Exactly. I think inclusion. Remember that we're not the only people that exist, and we are here to not only love ourselves, but to love our neighbors and to do right for the world. Social justice.
To remember that we belong to each other. We never forget that.
Exactly. Love, not hate.
Okay, so the biggest thing that I think we can do here in the United States is reform how we vote, which is to say how we count votes. What we have right now is a winner-take-all, first-past-the-post voting system, whereby the Electoral College is totally fucked up for other reasons, but in general, what we're remembering voting in our legislators, basically the person with the most vote wins. You get one vote, which is to say you vote for one person, and the person with the most vote wins. It has been demonstrated both mathematically and historically that voting systems, these first-past-the-post systems, tend, in the long run, to become entrenched two-party systems. Note, we do not actually have a two-party system here. There is no law that stipulates that we have parties. There is no law that stipulates that we have two parties. So I am not in favor of abolishing two parties by some constitutional amendment. We have voted these people in rationally within the current system we have. What we need is to change it to ranked voting. Ranked voting. The problem we have now is people can't fucking vote for the person they want to vote for because there's someone else who they hate even more that they don't want to win. The lesser of two evils, right? But if you could vote for Mike Pence, if you could vote, not Mike Pence, if you could vote for Gary Johnson or Jill Stein and not worry, or Bernie Sanders for that matter, anyone, and not worry that you're like 2% of the vote is going to put Donald Trump in office instead of because you want Hillary Clinton as your second choice. So what happens in ranked voting is if all the people voted for Gary Johnson, if their second place vote, they go 1, Gary Johnson, 2, Hillary Clinton, and then they don't put Donald Trump, right? Then if the majority of voters for Gary Johnson would have preferred Hillary as second choice, then his 3% would be transferred to their second choice, which would be Hillary Clinton. But and then then that number would be compared against Donald Trump. We don't fucking have that. So what happens when we feel like we cannot vote for the person we want? We become disenfranchised. And what do you do when you feel like your voice is not being represented in government? Through formal channels. You come out here, protest, and you get angry. I disagree with the chants of my president. I disagree with that because Hillary Clinton debated Donald Trump on the stage, right? And when he said, I'll see what it's like, I'll see what the vote turns out like, and then maybe I'll accept it or maybe I won't. We were living about this. We said this is an affront to democracy. So I also think to say at this point that Trump is not my president, that we should get rid of Trump and have him not be president, I think it's disingenuous because we were so angry at him for daring to say that he would not accept the outcome of the election. So I do accept, unfortunately, the outcome of the election, but I think what we can do to change in the future, to get our voices back, is to, on the city level, on the state level, change voting from first past the post, single member district voting, and try to change it to a ranked voting system. They have this in San Francisco. Maine has recently passed an initiative to make this change. This can happen. Frankly, I don't care. I don't care if you're for abortion. I don't care if you're against it. There's one thing more fundamental than any of these positions, which is that your vote, your voice as a person, is heard and counted in a democracy. That's at the will of the people. It's represented by the representatives of the government. If we cannot all agree on this fundamental principle, then we do not have a proper democracy. There's no such thing as a perfect way to count votes, but this first past the post system that we have confounds the ability for other parties, confounds the ability for other voices to come in and give their argument, because no one can vote for them without it being a spoiler effect. Look up first past the post, look up spoiler effect, look up ranked voting. We don't have to abolish a two-party system. If we have a ranked voting system where we can actually feel empowered to vote for who we want, it will naturally dissolve over time. And this is a way, the fundamental way that we can move forward, that we can make a big change here. So, ranked voting is...
Not my president! 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 United! We'll never be divided! United! We'll never be divided! Together! United! We'll never be divided! Together! United! We'll never be divided! Together! United! We'll never be divided! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Reject the president-elect! We 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 reject the president-elect! He said, sí se puede,